My name is Mike. I served in the United States Army for a little over 3 years. I was deployed to Iraq in 2005. I would say the biggest thing, obviously, that impacted me in the military was being injured and losing my arm. We were hit by a roadside bomb or IED, and fortunately, no one in my vehicle died. After I got injured, I did most of my, or all of my rehab at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, and I was there for a little over a year. It was a big transition coming back from the military and just not knowing where certain resources were, like just simple like medical care to go to the VA. I mean, I knew to go to the VA, but I didn't know how to set up the appointments. I didn't know a lot of different resources. I really didn't have anything except my family. Came back and, moved in with my mom for a little bit and was just doing trying to do the normal thing. Just being in large crowds initially bothered me. I didn't like it, especially going to school. And it's something that I think slowly went away as time passed on. But in general, I just think unless you're around veterans, they don't understand you like the veterans will who have been through similar experiences. I think one of the biggest things coming back is realizing that you're not in a combat zone, and it can be tough. You think something as simple as just driving down the road and seeing a piece of trash or a bag or something that alert you to that. A normal person would think nothing of it and just see it as that trash. But myself, I remember when I came back, probably 4 or 5 months after I returned home, I was driving and I seen a pizza box on the road, and I knew the logical me was telling me, hey, it's a pizza box, but somewhere in my mind was still thinking it could be a bomb. And so I completely avoided the pizza box. I mean, I went an opposite way just to avoid that pizza box. Even though I knew it was, something told me don't go by it, Fortunately, I had a lot of friends that went through similar experiences, and I would go out with them and get to converse with fellow veterans. And that, I think, was a huge process in healing. Just being around other veterans, you get to share stories, you get to share information. If something's bothering you that your family doesn't understand, that other veteran does. And I think that is key, because veterans are, especially a withdrawn veteran, is a lot more likely to open up to a fellow veteran. When I initially got injured in my hospital room, being at Walter Reed, we always had celebrities and guest visitors would come through just to cheer up and boost morale and stuff like that. But I was withdrawn when I was in my room. I didn't like people coming in unless I knew them or they were staff that I knew. I didn't want to talk to people. And it'd be like a celebrity or the president occasionally rolled through and he would want to talk to people. And I didn't want to talk to them. I guess it was more like a spectacle. They were coming to just kind of look and see it, and I didn't like that. One of the guys that I met at Walter Reed was a fellow veteran who came to my hospital bed just to talk to me, and that I had no problem opening up and talking to him. He had a similar injury. He went through the same kind of stuff, and he would just come in and just talk, make small talk, and I had no problem talking to him. I would say to a returning veteran, the most single important thing would be just take advantage of the resources that are out there. A lot of us come back and we try to do it on our own, and sometimes guys go back and they're not involved with organizations, so they're not around other veterans. I would just say absolutely take advantage of every resource out there. There's so many resources now with the VA and nonprofits that it's kind of silly to not take advantage of those.